Hi. The primary is coming up on August 11th, which is in less than 2 weeks. And I know so many people are voting by absentee ballot this year. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about how to do it in case you haven't voted yet, because it can be confusing. So I got my absentee ballot by calling my town clerk, and you can do that, or you can write to your town clerk, or you can just fill out a web form on the Secretary of State's website. And it comes looking like this, which is nice because sometimes important mail comes and it doesn't look like important mail, but this actually looks like important mail. And so you open it up, and inside there's a lot of stuff. So there's this big envelope that goes back to your town clerk. And then there's 2 other envelopes. One of them is going to get your unvoted ballots, and the other one is going to get your voted ballot. And the reason we do that is in Vermont, we don't register by party. In every primary election, you get all 3 ballots handed to you, and you get to just pick one to fill out. So here I have the Republican ballot, the Progressive ballot, and the Democratic ballot. And I'm going to vote on the Democratic ballot because that's where all the folks I want to vote for happen to be right now. And I'm a Democrat. So before I start voting, so I don't forget, I'm going to take the Republican ballot and the Progressive ballot, and I'm going to put them into the envelope that says unvoted ballots on it. It's all very well labeled, but sometimes when there are enough words and enough pieces of paper, it's easy to get confused. So unvoted ballots go into my unvoted ballot envelope. It is a very interesting thing to vote for yourself. I've been doing it for a few years now because I'm Emilie Kornheiser and I'm running to represent you in the Vermont House of Representatives, Wyndham 2-1 Brattleboro. So I fill in my little bubbles, and then I find the envelope that says voted ballots, and I put it inside. The envelopes were a little bit sticky at first. They were sort of already sealed together, and that's because it was sitting on my desk for a long time while I was doing my research. I talked to a number of the candidates, and then I read up on them. Both 7 Days and Vermont Digger have some great candidate profiles this year. And while I put this off long enough that my humid Vermont summer sealed the envelopes a little too tight, you shouldn't, because your ballots need to be into your town clerk's office by August 11th, and that's pretty soon. So I have my 2 envelopes. I'm going to seal those up, and then I'm going to fill out the voter's oath, which is here on my voted ballot. It just says that it's the ballot of Emilie Kornheiser, and I affirm under penalty of perjury that I'm a legal voter in Brattleboro. And then I sign my name, I date it, because it's August already. And then I'm going to seal those up, and I'm going to put them into this other envelope. Both envelopes go into the 3rd envelope. Now that I'm done, I have my official ballot that is already postage paid. Thank you, Vermont, for making voting so accessible. The only 2 pieces of waste I have are instructions from my town clerk and the envelope it came in. And now I'm ready to go. Thank you for voting and for participating. I know that our lives can be really full, particularly right now, but every vote matters, and I appreciate you participating in democracy. Thanks.